It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter, and if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, and you never know, it could be yours.
You never know. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, fooling around in first class. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm in my early 30s and newly single. I dated a man for 6 years before I realized he didn't love me and he was never going to marry me. After my long dead-end relationship ended, I started drinking a lot more, and I decided to treat men like dirt. That didn't go so well for me, and now I've lost my job and I've been charged with indecent exposure. I worked for a major airline, and my girls and I were headed to Jamaica for a Valentine's Day getaway. I was in first class, sitting next to a chocolate man with a bald head and pearly white teeth. We drank a lot of brown liquor and laughed and talked. I slid past him to get to the bathroom, and I made sure he saw my assets. When I got back, I noticed he was watching an erotic movie on his phone, and there was a wild sex scene going on. He saw that I was watching too, so he tilted his phone so I could see it better. Without communicating, he slid his hand under my blanket. The lights had been lowered, so no one could see what was going on. He knew what to do with his hands, and when he finished, I wanted to return the favor. I leaned over the armrest and covered myself with my blanket. He didn't say a word, and I was quiet as I could possibly be. Then he pushed me up frantically as the flight attendant passed by. He told me that he's married, and he seemed very irritated. I guess my lip service sobered him up real quick. We did not look at each other or utter one word for the rest of the flight. After I got to Jamaica, I got an email from my job saying that I lost my flight privileges and I was suspended. I got fired 3 days later. All because the flight attendant snitched. I blame this all on my ex. How do I move past the hurt? Okay, really? Really? I mean, you blame this on your ex? You're asking, what are you asking? You did this to yourself. Your ex wasn't servicing a complete stranger in first class. You were. I mean, and how many cocktails did you guys have? All this brown liquor you said, because clearly your judgment was impaired. And you have no one to blame but yourself. This happened not because a flight attendant snitched or because you and your ex broke up and you're hurt. You have to own what you did. You work for a major airline. You know you can't be doing stuff like that where you work. That's nasty. You didn't even know that man. That's not something a woman who cares about herself would do. You were an HR case just waiting to happen. Yes, the flight attendant snitched, but you left her no choice the way you were carrying on. She could have lost her job for not telling. So listen, I just tell you, please get yourself together, sis. You're better than this. Start looking for another job immediately so you can move on with your life. Your ex is your past. You got to learn what you can from that relationship. It is over. So you don't go down that road anymore. And please change how you conduct yourself in public and private from now on so you can get what you want. You want marriage. You want a relationship. You want a man who loves you. You want all these things. That's not how you get it, doing these types of things, okay? With a perfect stranger on an airplane? Ew. Steve?
Let me just fix the subject of this letter. The letter is called Fooling Around in First Class. We're going to take off the ing and we just read this letter of fool in first class. Because that's all we're talking about here.
Yeah.
See, you in your early 30s, then you know better. You in your early 20s, you should know this wasn't a smart idea. But you didn't. You dated this man for 6 years before you realized that he ain't love you. He wasn't going to marry you, so after your dead-end relationship, here we go. I started drinking a lot more, and I decided to treat men like dirt. Well, that didn't go so well for me, and now I've lost my job and I've been charged with indecent exposure. Okay, now you want me to tell you something? Let me explain something to you, ladies, so you can get this out the way, because I've said this 100 times on this show. You said I decided I'm going to treat men like dirt, but that ain't go well for me. Here's your problem. When women try to test drive, they always end up getting drove.
Yeah,
always.
You said that a lot. You have.
Wow. Because it's not in your makeup. That's not your DNA to behave like this. It's not in the female DNA, man. Not ladies. Now, there are women who doing it, but I'm talking about ladies. Women who care about themselves. Family. People that's trying to be something. You can't act like this. Now, you done lost your job and you've been charged with indecent exposure. What? You were working for a major airline and you and your girls going to Jamaica for a Valentine's Day getaway. You was in first class acting like you needed to be in the luggage compartment. See, you can't put trash in first class because everybody going to find out it's up there real quick. Conversation in first class be a little bit different. Oh, but you done got yourself a first class seat, but you should have been down in the luggage cargo with all the bags and stuff. When we come back, I'm going to just go through this real quickly. You already know what you did wrong. Waste of time.
All right, Steve. Coming up at 23 minutes after the hour, we'll have part 2 of your response to the strawberry letter. The subject is, you changed it to what now?
I changed it to a fool in first class.
We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Do you ever notice your floors still look dirty even after you mop? Power Mop gives you a deeper clean you can see and feel. Unlike Stream Mops, Swiffer Power Mop absorbs more dirt and locks it away, even in hard-to-reach places like behind the toilet. The new micro scrubbers deliver thousands of tiny deep cleaning actions for results that look, smell, and feel clean. No more dirty floors. Try the Swiffer Power Mop. Love it or your money back.
All right, Steve, come on, let's recap today's strawberry letter. The subject is fooling around in first class, but you changed it to what?
A fool in first class.
Yes.
This ignorant woman in her 30s, newly single, she been dating a man for 6 years, found out it was going nowhere. Once she stopped, she started drinking a lot, and she made a conscious decision to start treating men like dirt. Right after she said that, it said, that didn't go so well for me, and now I've lost my job and been charged with indecent exposure. I've told women this 100 times. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Women, when you take men for a test drive, you usually always wound up getting drove. Because it's not in your makeup, man. It's not in your DNA to behave unladylike. That's just not in your DNA. It's not going to work out for you. Now, you and your girls went on this trip to Jamaica to Valentine's Day getaway. Valentine's. And you're sitting in first class next to this chocolate man with a bald head and pearly white teeth. We drank a lot of brown liquor, laughed and talked. I got him go to the bathroom. I slid past him, make sure he saw my ass. Sex. Mm-hmm. When I got back, I noticed he was watching an erotic movie on his phone. Let me tell you something. He pulled that up as soon as you went to the bathroom. This was in the plan, because when y'all was laughing and talking, he wasn't watching it. But then when you put your butt and wiped his chapstick off, then he said, oh, hell.
Wipe his what off?
Chapstick. She was going to the bathroom, put her butt all up in his mouth. Knocked the drink out his hand, everything. He said, oh, okay. So when you came back, he watching an erotic movie. Mm-hmm. There was a wild sex scene going on. You over there making noises. I know you was. And you, all right. Now, you was doing all that. That's what, and that started. He saw that I was watching too. So he tilted the phone so you could see it better. Without communicating, you was already communicating because you drunk. Slid his hand under my blanket. Lights had been lowered so nobody could see what was going on. He knew what to do with his hands, and when he finished, I wanted to return the favor. I leaned over the armrest, covered myself with my blanket. He didn't say a word, and I was quiet as I could possibly be. Then he pushed me up frantically when the flight attendant passed by. He told me he married and he seemed very irritated. I guess my lip service sobered him up right quick. Well, yeah, that's what happened. Sobered him up right quick. Wow. Because I'm going to tell you something. You had a little bit too much to drink. You wasn't paying attention. Now, we're going to jump up frantically. Mm-hmm. If you're not, how can I put this for the radio?
Delicately, please.
Okay, let's just say she wasn't delicately. Let's just say that, then. Oh, good. Let's just say that.
Aggressive.
Yeah, you was too much. Yeah, you wasn't ginger enough. Yeah. Let's just say, let's use another term that's not sexual. Paper cuts. Paper cuts are irritating. Yeah. Now, that's what happened. Now, he jumped up frantic, sobered up real quick. We didn't look each other one word the rest of the flight. Well, I got to Jamaica. You got an email from your job saying I lost my flight privileges and I was suspended. And I got fired 3 days later. You worked for a major airline. All of the flight attendants on there knew you were a flight attendant or you worked for a major airline because your pass says that at the gate. Stupid. And you lost your flight privileges. They knew you were up there. They know who you are. Now, all because the flight attendant snitched. The flight attendant snitched. That's why you think you lost your job. Because she snitched. Are you stupid? This isn't snitching. When it's filled out on a report at your job, that ain't snitching. Listen, you and the other flight attendant wasn't robbing a bank and then she got caught at the bank and you drove off and then she told on you. That's snitching.
Right.
That's what snitching is. That's when criminals have a code of snitching. And that's what snitching should stay amongst criminals. I'm not a criminal. If you do something illegal around me, I'm not snitching. I'm telling. I'm reporting you because I'm not getting in this mess. So, no, it's not because the flight attendant snitched. I blame this all on my ex. So now this is your ex's fault. Now, you got two places you need to go get the help. You need to go get this mental issue fixed, and you know, get this drinking problem fixed. Yeah. You need to call one of them mental hotline numbers, and you need to go to an AA meeting, sit down and talk to somebody.
All right.
And then you got to learn how to perform your acts better, because you're hurting people.
Leave us your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Instagram at Steve Harvey FM, and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand.
You can't injure people on the plane.
Hey, this is Mary J. Blige. What's up, y'all? This is Let It See. This is Shaka Khan.
What's going on? This is your boy, Kevin Hart.
Hey, what up? This your boy, Chris Brown.
What up, though? It's your boy, Big Snoop Dogg.
This is K. Michelle.
Hey, this is Tyler Perry.
Hi, this is Taraji P. Henson.
This is your boy, Sad the Entertainer.
This is Yolanda Adams.
What's up? It's DJ Khaled, and you're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. There's morning shows, and there's the greatest, Steve Harvey Morning Show. Another one.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.